Hello everyone, it's Senti here and welcome back to another FPL video on my channel. These are my Game Week 10 transfer plans. So walking you through my current thoughts in terms of changes I'm looking to make in my team ahead of Game Week 10. Do me a favor, smash the like button on this video if you find it helpful and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I managed to get 77 points in Game Week 9, which is not the worst, as I'm on a very tiny green arrow. Most managers did good this game, but we'll discuss more about this one during the team selection video. At the moment, we're just going to try and focus on the transfers that I'm looking to make ahead of Game Week 10. This is how my team currently looks for Game Week 10 without making any changes. I have Areola in goal playing at home against Everton, Udogie in defence playing away against Crystal Palace, Fabian Schär away against Wolves, Gabriel at home against Sheffield United, and Kyle Walker playing away against Manchester United. In midfield, I have Mitoma at home against Fulham, Son and Maddison playing away against Crystal Palace, Mo Salah at home against Nottingham Forest, Anthony Gordon against Wolves, and up front I've got Holland playing away against Manchester United. On my bench, I have Pickford and Calvert-Lewin away against West Ham United, Archer playing away against Arsenal, and the injured Botman playing away against Wolves. So quite in a very good position, but there's other managers that are wildcarding this game, so maybe I may need to consider the transfers that they make so that I cover myself up so that I don't get left behind that much. So I have two options that I'm looking at as my transfer plans ahead of Game Week 10. Transfer out at the injured Botman and replace him with the Liverpool Tsimikas, who is currently one of the most brought in players in the last few game weeks. Botman is set to return in Game Week 11 when Newcastle play against Arsenal, which is not the best fixture, but then Newcastle have Bournemouth in Game Week 12 and then Chelsea in Game Week 13. On the other hand, Liverpool play Nottingham Forest at home in Game Week 10, Luton in Game Week 11, Brentford in Game Week 12, and then Manchester City in Game Week 13. So with Tsimikas at 4.5, I think he's someone that I can downgrade Botman to if I decide to transfer him out and then keep the rest of my team as it is, thereby rolling the second transfer into Game Week 11. So if I make that change, this is how my team could look. So I would have a back four of Udogie, Fabian Schär, Gabriel, and Tsimikas, who I might bring in if I transfer out Botman, and then have the same team that I had in Game Week 9, where I still have Son and Maddison in my team and only have Holland up front. So that's the first option that I'm currently looking at. The second option that I'm currently looking at is to transfer out Son and downgrade him to Gerard Bowen. Now, Son returned 14 points in Game Week 9, which is not ideal considering that I'm actually at the moment trying to transfer him out of my team. Now, there's a bigger picture to that, and I'll let you know about that one in a bit. Son plays Crystal Palace in Game Week 10, who just shipped 4 goals against Newcastle in Game Week 9. He's then got Chelsea in Game Week 11, Wolves in Game Week 12, and then Aston Villa in Game Week 13. On the other hand, Gerard Bowen plays Everton at home in Game Week 10. He has Brentford in Game Week 11, Nottingham Forest in Game Week 12, and then Burnley in Game Week 13. So a very good run of fixtures for Gerard Bowen as well, and he's been returning the past few game weeks as someone that I'm looking at as an option. Now, when I downgrade Son to Gerard Bowen, that will let me then upgrade Calvert-Lewin to Watkins. Calvert-Lewin is a punt that I brought in during my wild card, but till this time it hasn't worked out, and I'm actually looking to get rid of him as soon as I can. So Ollie Watkins is the one that I'm looking at. Villa play Luton in Game Week 10, Nottingham Forest in Game Week 11, Fulham in Game Week 12, and then Tottenham Hotspurs in Game Week 13. So a very good run of fixtures from Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins has looked bright in the last few game weeks, returned in Game Week 9 as well. So I think I will have to try and cover up that Aston Villa spot. Now, if I make those two changes, this is how my team could look in Game Week 10. I'll have Areola in goal in defense. I'll have a back three of Udogie, Fabian Schär, and Gabriel. A midfield of Mitoma, Gerard Bowen, Maddison, Salah, and Anthony Gordon, and a forward line of Holland and Ollie Watkins. I think this is a bit more balanced than having only Holland up front and a midfield of Son and Maddison. At the moment, I'm leaning towards transferring out Son, downgrading him to Bowen, and then upgrading Calvert-Lewin to Ollie Watkins. I think I'm looking at it from, does Son outscore Gerard Bowen and Ollie Watkins in Game Week 10? So that's where I'm currently looking at that transfer. I think it might change, but at the moment, even after he's returned 14 points, he's the one that I'm considering transferring out to downgrade him to Gerard Bowen and then upgrade Calvert-Lewin to Ollie Watkins. So those are my current thoughts in terms of transfers ahead of Game Week 10. Looking elsewhere with the Arsenal boys, I think Saka and Martinelli are the options as well in Game Week 10. The only problem is I'm looking at that fixture in Game Week 11 when they play at home against Newcastle, which is probably going to be a bit tighter and not so many goals to be scored in that fixture. And if I invest already in those Arsenal assets, then I'll be in a bit of a headache come game week 11. So I'm trying to just survive game week 10 and 11, and then I'll be looking at the Arsenal assets in game week 12 when they start that run, when they play Burnley, Brentford, and then Wolves from game week 12. So that's currently where I am in terms of transfers, looking at transferring out Botman to Tsimikas and keep the team as it is, or downgrade Son to Gerard Bowen and then upgrade Calvert-Lewin to All Watkins for game week 10. But obviously there's fixtures in the mid-league that we have to wait for before we make any changes. There's Champions League, there's Europa League, so anything can happen in the team. There could be some other problems that could come up and we'll have to deal with before we make the transfers that we're currently thinking at. But this is where I stand in terms of transfers ahead of game week 10. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got any questions, post them in the comments and I'll attend to that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button on the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.